I love this topic, but to be honest, I totally blanked out while we were explaining just how amazing my experience has been. I guess that's what happens when you choose not to wear your reading glasses while you're recording a podcast. But I really wanted to expand on how incredibly amazing my mentorship has been. I won't go over all the details. You can go back and listen to the podcast for that. But in our podcast, when Ryan asked me how my mentorship helped me specifically, I explained some good lessons I learned, but I totally left out the best parts. Well, good news. You get to hear it here instead. My friendship with Bryan Zeamer is my closest friendship, but he started as my mentor 17 years ago when I signed up for Strong 27 in its first year ever. That year was so impactful for me. It literally changed the trajectory of my entire life. And Bryan and I still meet every other week to sharpen each other. I am blessed beyond explanation. Having a man that is a season ahead of you in life is invaluable or immeasurable or both. In a mentorship, having a man like Bryan, who at the time was more like lifetimes ahead of me rather than seasons, well, it's just unfair. But seriously, I'm just so blessed, and I hate the overuse of that statement, blessed. But that's just how I feel. God has blessed me with Bryan and many other godly men. I do not deserve it, but he knew I needed it. So here are some of the things I wish I would have included in the podcast when Ryan asked me, how have I seen the fruits of my mentorship with Bryan through Strong 27? Let me make a quick list. Not sure there's any way to do this without writing a whole book, but in no particular order, here it goes. I lost 60 pounds, and I don't do diets. My diet is just how I eat, and it's extremely healthy. I went from thinking 8 a.m. was early to wake up, and anything before 7 was ungodly. Now I wake up before 5 a.m. every day. I consider it fasting sleep to give that time to God. I have become resilient. You would need to know my whole story to really appreciate that. I'm learning my identity in Christ, still a work in progress. I mentor and coach others now. I had a successful business for 20 years. I graduated college as an adult in 2017. I read at least one book a month. I walk and I spend time in solitude consistently. Oh, and because God orchestrated this 17 years ago, I'm here talking to you as a member of the Men of Iron team. It never would have happened. But there's more. But hey, if somehow you have any reservation of why you need godly friends and a mentor, let's grab some coffee. Email me at tonyg@menofiron.org.